Okay guys, today I'm trying out a totally different shape for me. I never do almond. I normally don't like it, but I'm trying to get used to it, and I really like these tips. So this is the e-file that I'm going to use. I'm just kind of doing a quick little cleanup around my cuticles. So I like to take this smaller, skinnier one just to kind of lift anything like dead. And then I usually just go around my nail once, just kind of lift anything, and then I'll switch to the brown sanding band, and then I will do the exact same thing, pretty much go around just once. And I'm going very lightly. I'm not really like pushing down really hard. I'm just doing it very lightly. And then I'm also going to do it all over my nail just to kind of give the glue something to stick to. I think this e-file has been out of stock. I'm not sure. I just really like it because it doesn't need to be plugged in. But the one that I use that's like $15, my other one, I really like that as well. It just works exactly the same. So these are the tips that I'm going to use. I really like these, especially this size. They're not too long and they're not too short. They're the perfect length and you don't have to do any shaping or anything like that. You guys have probably seen me use the other shapes before. So I like to use this LA nail glue. It's probably my favorite. It just doesn't lift. They last like weeks, like exactly like an acrylic. So I'm using that one. It's from a kit. I don't know if you could buy it separate, but I just take it out of a $5 nail kit. And then so I like to put the nail glue on my actual nail bed, and then I'll put some also on the back of the nail as well. And then I just want to make sure there's enough, and I make sure when I'm putting it on the back of the nail, I want to make sure that I get the edges really good, because I don't want any water or anything getting in there, especially if there's any bubbles, happens to be any bubbles in the nails, which I try my best not to get. But just make sure the edges are really sealed down, because you don't want any water getting in there. Like I said, I keep them on just as long as I have my acrylics on, and they never pop off or lift. So yeah, I've just been using this because it's just been so much faster and easier. So this next step is optional. I like to do this because I feel like it makes them look more real and less like a press on. Even though these are super thin, they really don't. They look fine, but I just like to do this. I go in with the sanding band, the brown sanding band, and I just go again around my nail just once, very lightly, just to kind of sand in to make the edges seamless, I guess. And it just makes it look so much more natural to me. And as always, everything that I have, everything that I use is always listed and linked in my Amazon storefront. I have a whole nail section. I've been using this stuff for a really long time and I really like it. Things that I link, I usually have used myself and for a good period of time, and I really like it, and it's all super affordable. So I will have that linked in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. And then, like I said, I don't really need to do any shaping for these, which I really like because it saves a lot of time. But I just kind of go around the bottom, because where you kind of peel off the nail, sometimes on some nails it's a little bit longer. So I just want to make sure that's a little bit round and not doesn't have that little plastic part on it anymore. And once again, the nail polish that I'm going to use for my base is this little tiny one that I've had forever, and it's my go-to nail polish. It's my favorite nail polish overall. When I don't know what I want to do, it's just my first choice. I absolutely love it, and I wish I can find a dupe, because I can only find it one place, at Sally's. That's where I bought it, and it's sold out on Amazon, and it has been forever. And everybody always asks about this polish too. I really need to find a dupe for this because it's just such a pretty color. Usually I only do one coat because I really like the way it looks. It can be a little bit pinker if you do 2 coats, which it's also really pretty, but I just did 1 coat of that just kind of as a base. I don't really think I needed it since the nails are kind of almost the same color, but I just wanted to put it on in case I had any bubbles in my nails to kind of camouflage that. But yeah, I really like that, and I would leave them like this completely 100%, but I'm trying to do a little bit of nail art. So for this, I'm going to take a sponge because I don't have the blending brush for it, and I'm taking a brown polish. Now this sponge, I didn't realize till after that I have already used one side of it. I don't know what happened. It looks like there's white paint on one side, but I didn't want to get up to go get another one, so I'm just going to use the half of the other side. I'm just painting the polish on the sponge, and then I'm just going to dab it on. I kind of just want the bottoms to be like a gradient brown going up, so I'm concentrating the most on the bottom of the nail, the tip of the nail, and I'm working my way up, kind of like a French tip, kind of, sort of, and then just blending it out. It's really super easy to do. I went over it about twice only because it started getting a little too dark. I tried not to get any gel polish on my skin, but if I did, I just took a little bit of alcohol and a brush and wiped it off. And yeah, so I did one coat, and then I cured it, and then I did another coat. I went over it again, the exact same thing, and it started getting, I only did 2 coats because I felt like if I did another one, it was getting a little too dark for me. I wanted it like a light brown. So I just stopped at 2, but if you wanted something a little bit more opaque, you can even use a lighter color brown and do 3 coats or as many coats as you want. But yeah, so I just did that, and I'm taking the back side of the sponge, just another section of the sponge, to kind of blend it out even more at the top. And it was really easy to do, and I really ended up really liking them. I think I said I cured it between applications, right? Because I applied the first coat, cured it, and then applied the other one. I feel like anybody can do this, and it's super cheap to do, and who knows how much the nail salon will actually charge you to do this. This is one thing I really like about doing my own nails is I've saved so much money, because the prices that I've seen people pay nowadays, I just simply could not. It's crazy. So after I got the polish how I liked it, I cured it completely, and then I just put a clear top coat on top and then cured that, and then that's it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you try it, and thank you guys for watching.